Hello everybody, and welcome back to Molten Meeples. I'm Petter, and today we're going back into Drums of Desolation. We have gotten through our scenario here, and we are ready for a component for Ambrizus. So, we're going to have a few rules to start this out. Take a sip from my drink. And we return all their cards with the keyword temporary. We have a trinket, secondary, projectile, and a weapon. So, no cards with temporary. Unblock all their hand cards. Shuffle all the discard back into the action deck. And then we actually block all our cards with the keyword companion. Well, we have none of those. We do have 3 Hope Reborn cards that were blocked. So we'll see what it says about that coming up here. Shuffling. Shuffle, shuffle. Got Arthens ready. We're going to leave those Hope Reborn cards slotted under her. Despite the ground shivers you have given him for his device, Ambrizus does not seem satisfied. Yes, of course. I'm making good progress with my tremor triangulator. What a question. I'm still trying to find out for sure if there's another tremor coming, and how strong it will be. But it'd be much more accurate if I could replace the water in which the ground shiver is immersed with elbow grease. There is someone who can get me some. His name is Ruiz. I used to work with him, and he owes me a favor. We both held the rank of keeper. I used to work with of the locks, or Grandmaster, if you prefer, of the Plans and Mechanisms Guild in Stoneheap. First-rate theorist. Seems esteemed by my subordinates. I never shied away from a compliment or praise. However, I always refused little gifts my apprentices offered me to turn a blind eye to their bad results. It was the only thing that Ruiz and I had in common. Apart from that, he couldn't stand flattery and preferred to work alone, to put his ideas into practice as he saw fit. He ended up creating more inventions than the guild allowed. He didn't do it for profit, but to make his work meaningful by improving people's lives. Anyway, word got out, and the court gave him a minimum sentence. Death by asphyxiation, according to guild rules. I was able to change the charge by intervening on his behalf, and had his sentence commuted. That's an insane sentence. To prevent him from crafting anything else, they amputated one of his hands and exiled him. I never saw him again. Where can I find him? From what I've heard, he works for the Chain, repairing the Singing Lane. That way lies the greatest chance of finding him. Be careful not to offend him. He's rather sensitive. So, our primary goal is you need elbow grease, a component Ambrizus needs to make his tremor triangulator. To do this, find Ruiz, who maintains the Singing Lane on behalf of the Chain. Okay, easy enough. Secondary, community morale. Oh, there's a spot for ground shiver level. The tremors that shook the Citadel have destabilized the precious balance established since the reversal. When you read the epilogue, if you have fewer than 4 built buildings, community morale will likely deteriorate. Well, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 built buildings. Alright. So, we're going to do our preparation. So we're already set on objective 2. Good thing that we've been building. I'm setting our health. We start with 23. And the symbol for this scenario is kind of looks like singing, or the singing lanes. Take card 272. Ruiz, who maintains the singing lane for the chain, probably has some hellbow grease, a component that Ambrosius is missing for the production of his tremor triangulator. So we have a special action here that I'll go through in a second once I finish setup. It says, and a 45. Return to the Citadel. When the Citadel icon cannot be seen on your train card, characters may choose 10 life to lose a total of 10 life points to take the following action. So it's a fast travel, basically, back to the Citadel. We have our quest item and our permanent item. We've set our ground shivers to level 3. Each character is drawing 2 cards. Vigilance and Anticipation. And then we have Flight and Second Wind. Second Wind is one of those cards that I will never complain about having. Return all Hope Reborn cards that are blocked. Those are 99s here. Remember to look up your side quests, the cards on the world map, and the effects of your buildings. Alright, so effects of my buildings. So we go up 2 on influence, 2 on production, 1 on each knowledge and defense. Correct. Yes. And then during the preparation phase, I gotta take 2 49s. 2 Glimmer of Hopes. So if I get up to 5 of them, I can trade them in. Otherwise, it's a way for me to unblock cards. And then we have our Smithy. During the preparation, one player takes a 190 card. Or we could unblock some more. So right now, we're going 190. We didn't have anything else that was blocked. And that's going to go to Kasich here, who now has a good weapon again. So then, apply the following effect any number of times. If your production score is 2 or higher, production -2, and fortify 1 building by circling the name on the buildings sheet. So we're going to do that a couple of times here. Take my production. I could take my production all the way to 0. I'm not going to do that. That just seems like a touch too much. Put 75 into play and place our figures on it. So, set the book off to the side. I'm going to grab 75 and then we'll head down to the table here. So if I hit that, we're down to the table. We have our map. I know that the singing lanes are here and here. And then they continue this way. So let me mess around here quick. There we go. And so we need it on 4 or more pieces. So we're going to start with our characters coming over here. Let's flip this one. Ooh, there's a lot of text here. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I can do... Let me do a quick mess around with this. I was using it for Slay the Spire. So, I believe I can actually click on this one. And then if I click over here, you're going to see me mess around to try and zoom this bad boy in even more. And guess to where I want to be. So it's probably fuzzy, but it's more visible. And if I do quick that, there we go. I'm back to set up. Move my mouse out of the way. Take a sip. You find a promontory which should offer an excellent view of the surrounding area. If you'd rather go on your way, discard this card. Otherwise, we can do I'm going to look back here, find my bearings check. So we have our hand size of 3. So I can get more cards. If I succeed, it doesn't actually do me much good. So I'm just going to skip it. Because I can skip it, and I just put 94 into play. This is really useful if, so as I was reading it, it's very useful if you're doing a bigger distance. If I've kind of looped around, it'd be great. A plank track winds through the desolate territory. Further north, a strange stone slab looms above the dusty ground. So we have our number 1 spot here. And then you pull out 3/1 level cards. We are going to slide this down just a touch. So looking at this, I can reveal these. So I'm going to spend 1 to move from Kasich. Got his second wind. So, oh, a different one. Interesting. Slightly different second winds for the two of them. And now I can look at one of these other ones. I want to look at this one because I know from my previous exploration it continues down here. It might continue over to here, but I can get one of them out for free-ish here. A figure in the distance is headed your way, your direction. You glance at your ground shiver and see its petals closing. You shout and gesture to warn the approaching individual, but they do not understand and continue on their way. When they are only 100 strides away, you suddenly see them disappear into a wormhole. You could run, but you know you're too late. Anger overwhelms you. Oh, this sounds horrible. It says take a 151. You're unleashed. So I can use it to get rid of you are exhausted. Otherwise, I can use it for symbols. I'm going to give it to Kasich over here. I wish that I had already had that card just so I could get a glimmer of hope. 108. The path winds between two hilly areas colonized by what is probably hostile flora. Arriving from the east, you hear the echo of the surf on the salty air. The great sea has expanded, finally earning the name that the Kellians gave it out of pride. So definitely could go one further over here and reveal that one, but I'm going to continue along up top here because I should be able to do more. Oh. Wisps of pinkish smoke escape from a hole in the ground. So I could just go on my way. Or I can spend no cards and take a 349. Let's find out what 349 is. There's two of them. Arcane Energy. During the consequence step, roll a die. If you roll anything but a 6, return this. So, don't know that anybody really has a need for Arcane Energy, but, I mean, it's not bad. And then, looking at 90 here. The ravages of the burrowers have devastated the landscape. The once green and hilly region is now a wasteland, traversed by a path of broken planks. The Great Sea has taken the opportunity to spread out on all sides, pushing its northwestern shoreline all the way here. So now we're up to 3 of them. But before I go, well, first off, I want to spend a moment of time to study these. Make sure I'm not missing any hidden numbers. How about the answer to that is not that I'm seeing. I'm also not seeing the strange mark that Arthyn has on any of these either. So we're going to spend a card with Arthyn. Acrobatics. We'll stick that into her hand. Both of them now have full hands. They'll move here. Forgot to fill in some stuff. We needed a 3. So our ground shiver isn't good enough for us to go there just automatically. But it is good enough for over here. So we're going to flip this. A young man is sitting in front of a pile of kindling that he has not managed to get or to light. I'm going back to my people in Kell. Life in the wild is not for me. I don't know anything about mushrooms. I'm too clumsy to hunt, and the other day a shrub nearly stole my shoes. Do you have anything to eat by chance? I could offer something in trade. So these are 49, so we can get 2 149s. Why do I feel like I have a 149 somewhere? It's 190, 151. I mean, I feel like that won't be that good. Return 1 card with provisions. I don't have anything with provisions, so unfortunately, dude, just letting you go on your way. If I had some food, I'd give it to you. So now I'm looking at my 119s. To the north, a wooden building overlooks the strata of cracked earth that rises up from the sea. Let's stick that one down there. Pull another one here. Okay, I'm gonna look. It's a different symbol painted on there. I'm not seeing any numbers. So now we can take this action. Don't have anything that helps us look. So I would just need to draw. And at this point, I feel like I am mainly testing my luck. But I'm going to do something quick here. So it's mainly testing my luck, and I'll explain how that works in a second here. But I'm going to start with 120. Just 2 120s. It is absolutely free. Remaining alert, you inspect the area. It seems safe enough for a short rest. You finally let your guard down. As you flex your aching limbs, you realize how exhausted the tension of the journey has made you. So, first things first, we're going to grab the other 120. It's something, basically this is something we can do once. And then discard one card with a hand with a fist or flag icon. I don't have that for either of them, so both of them get a number 1. Sweet, they're exhausted. Then if you have no card with the keyword weakness, take a 49. Well, no, we do. I'm going to take the I'm going to spend I'm going to spend this Unleashed before the second half of that card triggers, so I can get a 49. We have a Glimmer of Hope. Over here, I'm going to discard 4 cards. Don't have anything to help with that. So I discard 4 cards. These are both returned. And I'm going to block my second wind to take 3 of them back to my pile. I haven't looked at them at all yet. But I guess I could have kept one. So I kept Accurate Shot, which is fine. I have a card with Projectile, so that is not a bad one there. Now, I'm going to do a test here with 4 cards by Kasich to see, can I succeed? Ouch. I have 2 successes. I needed 3. So I failed. I mean, I'm going to continue. Again, this time it's a very different interaction. I'm going to do a 4 from Arthyn here. I got my 3 successes. And I can take 1 card. I'm going to take Determination, get rid of Accurate Shot. That's my discard pile up here. So now I take out all the 13 cards. So the 13, some have Lady Luck on them, some are Jinxes. I'm going to leave them out after this just because, well, I'm going to be doing this. So I'm looking for Lady Luck. Is Lady Luck on my side? You're jinxed. Old cider always said, I've been around and I'm telling you, good luck never lasts. Bad luck never sleeps. So, you know what? Let's do 3 cards from Arthyn again. Well, don't have to spend my Determination. That's nice. I can keep a card. You know what? We're not going to take any of those. We're just going to shuffle this up again. And so that Jinx is back in there. Lady Luck is on your side. There we go. Old Cider always said, luck is like a Kellyan Legion. As long as it's on your side, you don't have too much to worry about. If Lady Luck is on your side, you spot a figure busy fixing the singing lane. Take one 99 card. And then banish this and read 279. So, not even... Just have to remember the number. 279. Not even into the past. That is just straight up banished. They don't want any way for you to get back to that card. 279. A man is nailing planks using a metal prosthesis in place of his right hand. Are you Ruis? I've just come from Ninazir's Citadel. Ambrosius sent me. He told us that you owed him a favor. So here I am. We need... Is that old scoundrel still alive? He couldn't come himself. So I owe him a favor, do I? Look here. The last earth tremors did a lot of damage to the singing lanes. I haven't had this much work to do in a cycle, so I don't really have time to chat. How will you respond? I can either be dramatic or courteous. If I'm dramatic, the fate of the collapsing lands is at stake. The singing lanes can wait. Courteous. Ambrosius is busy on an important task that only he can accomplish. That's why I offered to come in his place and find you. He told me you were an old acquaintance. I'm going to do that one, which takes me to 298. I don't really like being that dramatic. Wait while Ruis examines a new plank, making no further mention of your presence. He finally grumbles as he shows you his prosthesis. I owe this masterpiece of goldsmithing and this exciting profession, which makes me sweat blood and water, to Ambrosius. On second thought, I could have done without his help. He is silently lost in his memories before concluding. Now leave me be. I have work to do. You know, so I can be empathetic. Or helpful. I'm going to be helpful. Here's what I propose. I'll help you repair this part of the singing lane. In return, you'll listen to my request. It just seems better. I always preferred working alone. You don't know how to fix the singing lane. I have no intention of wasting my time training you. You may choose a card from your discard pile or action pile to add to your hand. Read 325. I'm just going to stick with what I have. Ruis goes back to his business. He seems determined not to speak with you again. I can only do puzzled. I don't have anything with the keyword barter on it. So there's nothing I can say or do to make you agree to listen to my request? You're as stubborn as Ambrosius. My word, says Ruis, shaking his head. I'm sorry. I won't leave until you listen to me. During the result step of the following action, for each objective card you have, ignore one success taken into account. Oh, thank goodness. I have no objective cards. Because I'm drawing 3 on this AB. And, well, I need 3 successes. I believe I don't think this is part of my gear up, but I'll probably be using this. So, you know what? I'm going big here. This is the game, really. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Going with 8 because I do have one success here. I'm looking to use 3 cards to get 4 successes. So 3 cards plus my determination, because that one's not part of my chain, gets me 4 successes. Oh, during the gear up step. So, yes, I was going to use that during the gear up step because I know from the cards it's possible, I think. Maybe would have been possible to get 4, but it'd been real hard on 3 cards. So I can keep one of those cards, which is good. I have a lot to look through. Honestly, just do inspiration. I can pull something like my determination back for me. And so go to 189. At least we can agree that you don't give up easily. Tenacity is a quality I appreciate. So what is it that is so important to me? Ruis listens intently as you explain. Unfortunately, I don't have any more hellbow grease. Because of this damned prosthesis, the jar that contained it slipped and broke when my foot went through a rotten plank. It's a difficult grease to find, even for me. You can try your luck with the chain. Maybe you'll come across one of its links and tell them that I sent you. Maybe they'll be able to get it for you. Good luck. Return all objectives. We get 2 99s. We get +2 on our influence. We're up to 5 influence. And a 104. Which 104 doesn't seem to exist. Did we already get it somewhere? Oh, there we are. 104. For the needs of this certain scenarios, this is considered to be objective number 4. Alright, so I'm not done yet. I still have a whole bunch of life. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, which I'm spending 8 of Arthan's. But I'm looking for the chain. I know that in the ones, there are at least a few that have the chain in there. I still have a ton of health. So we're going to have Kasich move us over to here. I'm going to flip this one. Ooh, it's been raining since mid-morning. This one, so this is going to be a fun one here. Let me swap camera, swap zoom. You'll maybe be able to see touch better. So depending on the time, actual time, look at the timepiece. If it's between midnight and 10 a.m. and 10, nothing. 10 and 2 in the afternoon, 10 and 14 as it says, you lose 2 cards. 14 and 19, each character must lose 3 cards. And then either return a Glimmer of Hope. I'm going to return... Not... I'm going to take a 1. And then I'm going to spend 4 to get rid of it. That was the You Are Exhausted, which I gave to Kasich, and then he got rid of it. So I didn't find what I wanted here. I can add 128 to the list, but if I keep searching, I should find them. We have a 2 and a 3. 2 is doable. 3, not so much. Spend a card to move here. And then we're going to flip this one. You have a sudden intuition, feverishly inspect your belongings. Your suspicions are confirmed. So, during the following action, the active player is whoever revealed this. So that would be Kasich. We need 2 successes. I'm going to go 4 cards because it seems fairly bad. Oh. Kasich got absolutely nothing in there. How? So you have no idea how this theft could have happened. Discard anything. I guess he doesn't have anything with weapon or blade. Or he only has weapon and weapon blade. He doesn't have trinket, barter, or secondary. So it's a good thing it was him. If you have none, take a 154. That's going to be a negative. Ooh, you're lucky. Immediately after this is revealed, if you have a You Are Jinxed and or Evil Eye card in play, return them. When you take 1 or more 13 cards to try your luck, instead of doing so, you may consider all the cards you should have taken as Lady Luck is on your side cards. If you do, return this. Otherwise, it has the ability to just give me a success. Over here, I believe I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. I have 17 cards. So I'm going to leave 1 in there. And do... take the damage down to 15 to reset up my deck of cards here. 147. I'm still going to be looking for the right symbol. Well, that's a 5 down there. So I can say with a ton of confidence I'm not headed further this way. I could teleport all the way back to the Citadel, which actually, but that takes something. Where is that card now? It is a quest card. So that takes a fair amount. 10 total life points versus 2 cards. to get us over to 3 cards to get us over to here. And then I can flip this one up top. Ooh. Mouse rats. I don't have to fight them. So I'm just going to put the mouse rats there. I'm going to move down here. I should have a 2. I know that I can find more 1s and stuff heading further down. So we're just going to continue. Chain, chain, chain. Person is lying on the ground. You call out, but the man does not react. We're going to discard this and read 115. You turn the body over. The old man has grayish complexion and seems to have died a short time ago. Before you set off again, you pat it down in search of anything interesting. He no longer has any need. So we roll a die. A 3. We get a 290 card. That's interesting. Just don't give us a disease. Ooh, we have a padded leather jacket. So we now have a bit of defense. So not what we wanted there. That gets 81 into play. Come on. Give me the people I need. Alright, we have a 1 below us. Or over there. We'll spend 1 to move over. It's a determination. I'm going to take back that determination. Drop my vigilance. And then let's flip this. There's no danger in sight. You catch your breath for a few moments. After so many cycles of captivity, you never tire of these long walks, especially when there are no obstacles or traps. If you are not exhausted, take a 153 card. Getting everything but what I want. Hey, you're in shape. We don't have anything that has the word weakness on it. It's just a temporary blessing. And we need to put in 185. I have so many cards still. Like, I was very strategic in how I did this. Nothing else here. So we'll spend 1 to move. And then flip this chain, chain, chain. No, not chain. It is going to be a combat. We're bringing both of those in. We're adding this. Ooh. If, I don't think it is. No, our knowledge is very low. So we can draw 3, looking for 2 successes. We got them. That's fine. That's fine. This, we take a damage. We had to spend that. We get to add 1 of these. So we're to 14. Two, We needed one success. I got one success. I had these out there anyways. Fine for the sword, fine for the jacket. Ooh, and I had enough symbols to give me protection. I need to double check that actually on my last cards. Did I have two? I did. So I can go back up a health. I'm at 15. I could take a card to my hand. I don't have room. I don't really want to take any of those. This bumps down. So these guys are not hard. They just eat up a good number of cards. Yeah, that's overkill. So I just discard this card. I got to roll for both of those. I probably wouldn't have taken them in that second time. And then we get to put in 84. Still searching. Shuffle up our twos. Discover ruins of a building. It used to be coaching and judging by the rusty plate that still hangs showing a galloping horse. So we could pilfer through, get a 13 if Lady Luck's on our side. If not, yep, we're just going to pass right along. Well, first we're going to move there for a card. And then we're going to put out 197. You know what? I'm going to spend 2 cards and go up here. Let's see what's up top. If I don't find anything, I'm going back, but it feels bad. It feels like I should be able to find something here if I can find the right people. But what are the odds that I find the chain? Again, that's a real question. So let's look at this. So we're bringing in, how much do I need to do? 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 12. Everything but 1. I have, that's 6 health, so I'm down to 9. I need to make sure that I keep somebody with enough health here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 4 successes. Obviously that one can give me some. I went with 4. I can chain together 2 cards, but with this one I can chain together 3. This one I can add a 4th. I have the symbols to prevent said damage. I'm going to add in endurance to my hand. So I forgot to put that on there. 2. Both my characters are in this action, but we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I need to remember to roll here. Ooh, we lose our armor, but we keep our sword. Alright, that's fine. I drew 5 cards. I needed 2 successes. It's not even chained, so that's easy. I can keep one of those cards. Now I need to spend 4 for 1 success. Easy peasy. I'm not even going to bring in Gladius there. I will take my damage. Yes. And discard that card. So I need an 86. It's the first time I think seeing 86. It's a 1 and a 3. So if I want to do anything at this point in time, if I want to do anything at all, I'm having to spend a good chunk of cards to get it. I don't have any other 1s or 2s. Like these are 4s. I didn't put them out. Right now we can only head this way. Let's see, 1 card for that. I'm so close that I'm not worried about the teleport back. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Eight for Arthyn. We're doing it. We're going 7 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 from Arthyn's discard to flip this. Your ground shiver suddenly comes to life just before the ground starts. So we can sneak away as quietly as possible. We need 3 successes on stealth. Let's do 5 cards. Easily. 4 cards would have done the trick. So we sneak away. That one's gone. We get 161. We're exploring sections we're not even supposed to have seen, really. Though we saw, actually that is true. We had seen down south. Wow. That was real dumb of me to go after that one that way. It's literally just that. So I'm going to spend 2. Do I spend 2? 1, 2, or I go 1, 2, 3. I need to spend 7 cards. We're gonna do this. We're spending 3 to move down there. We have a couple 4s. I'm going this way. So I'm just gonna pull out the 1. If this one doesn't work, we're headed back. In the distance, you see a pack of animals and its driver walking briskly south. You'll have to run to catch up if you want. I don't want, so I'm going to ignore that and just pull out 96. Come on. Give me a 1. No. It is in fact a 2. But a 2 is a freebie. So we'll do a 2 down here. We have some frogs. Ouch, this kind of sucks though, because I guess if we spend down to 1 health, that gets us 14 cards back. 2, 6, 8, 12, 14. I should shuffle though. Oh, I spent my You're in Shape to make that one cheaper, I believe. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So that's our discard pile. Need 4 successes for this frog, we will bring in Gladius. So I have 2 successes, plus I have 2 fist symbols, which means I got my 4 successes. I can keep a card. Do I want to keep any of the cards here? No. Just going to roll. Make sure I keep Gladius. I do. And then this one is a 3 for 3. We'll go 4 cards here. Looking for fists and successes. So there's 2 successes plus another 2 successes for my chain of 3. That is plenty. We've defeated them. We take a 151. There's no 151. What is 151? It's 153, 154. Now, if this is you're unleashed, it's a return this card, so technically it doesn't hit the past. So this 153 should go back in there, which means I can take that back. It gives me Unleashed is very solid for me here. So I did that. We're at 145. If you wanted to see the whole map, but unfortunately that's just, oh, that cost me an extra 2 cards for each of them. So there's nothing. Like, I'm not finding any additional 1s, which I know has it in there. I don't know if 2 has it or not to find the chain. So, like, unless there's some way, maybe something to trigger it along the way. But I'm going to, like, I'm spending 10 health to go straight back here. And a card. So I am just down to this many cards. So I could, we can go out 1 with Kasich. I'm not taking Arthur with me, just in case anything bad happens. I'm going to find a 61. But I'm not sure that I had shuffled stuff up. Take a 152. This basically just told us about the Singing Roads. Can't go farm this You Are Confident all the time. Let's see, I could spend 1. That requires 2. I could spend... Did I look at this one? I just don't know that there's anything, any way to find what I'm looking for here. So I'm going to return and let's look at this. Epilogue. If you do not have objective card, that is objective number 5, Ambrosius cannot hold back a grimace. I had hoped that you would succeed, even though deep down I expected this failure. Perhaps there is still a way to get some elbow grease. But first, it is imperative that the camp buildings be fortified in case the drums of desolation beat again. Without a camp, there is no hope. If there are fewer than 4 buildings on the buildings page in Citadel's leaflet, we have more than that. Return all objectives. Return to the Citadel card. We'll do that. I'm just going to stick in the past with the objective. You have finished the scenario. Return all cards in the past, and then we move on to our next one. However, we're now in between scenarios. We're going to drop it in our bookmark and move some stuff over. So as we look, I have 3 Hope Reborns and 3 Glimmer of Hopes. The great thing is I now get Glimmer of Hopes at the start of every or during every preparation. So I'm going to spend these Hope Reborns, not spending these. Oh, I could have second winded to go out even further. That's probably not worth it. We have 3 to fill in here. And I appear to be working my way maybe out to 301. 1, 2. Could hold on to 1 if I wanted, but I kind of want to build. So that one is advanced cards. I take 4 randomly. I'm just going to take 4 from the front. Methodical. Judicious. Which allows me to pull some stuff back in. This one's not bad. We have Sleight of Hand. You may return a card with keyword barter. And this one is Deceptive Appearance. I do want Deceptive Appearance. This one should be good for Arthon. Then it's either Methodical or Judicious. I'm going to go Judicious for Kasich. I think that's going to be the better call to go with that there. I do get 2 more build. So I could work on something up here. I'm going to do the cemetery here. Because it's at the beginning of the preparation phase. If you are at the Citadel and the characters have a total of more than 10. Oh no, more than 10. Nope. I was thinking it said less than 10. And that's not worth it. Could do a gambling den. Really, I'm looking for anything Herbalists. Which, if I'm ill, can give me some 99s when I heal. This one would encourage me to stay healthier. So the market can allow me to get items. Gambling den is gambling. Apothecary gets me potions. I can build a random building, which is wild. I can build the baths, which allows me to unblock companions. I don't have any companions with me. Or I can get a side quest. Whew. Or I can just work on my outer wall or school. Let's work on the outer wall here. And there we have it. Slightly over an hour of me just wandering around for the most part. Because I was looking for a specific freaking card. Oh my goodness, was that annoying. So I'm going to pack up here. But before I do, I just want to thank you all for watching. Hopefully this was fun. I had fun with it, even if it was mainly me wondering. I'm so annoyed. Like, I thought of it about 2/3 of the way through, and I'm not sure I saw another one after that. I was like, I don't know that I shuffled the number 1 encounters, which I'm going to shuffle those now every single time so that I can hopefully find the chain and shield. Because I bet you, had I found it, there's something I could have read in there that would have given me what I needed. Would have given me that last item, last freaking thing that I was missing. But of course, did I think of that? Absolutely not. Why would I think of something like that? Let's see. My action deck. It's that one. My discard. I have Arcane. And that is a quest item. I'm not sure I keep that. I'm going to keep my Glimmer of Hopes. You know what? It's a quest item. I'm going to keep it. Then, over here, I do have a whole bunch of things with the word temporary. So those are going out of the way. That goes into the deck. We have our items, our mission. We still haven't found anybody who's mentioned the word that we're looking for. There we go. I have them saved. I have a whole mess of cards to put back away. So I'm going to do that off camera. There's no reason for you to watch me do that. We'll stick my last couple things that I always stick into the box away. And I appreciate you all for watching. Hopefully this was fun. I had fun with this. I'm annoyed. I thought there might be a second one. You know what? I'm gonna do this. It's 105. I just want to know, had I shuffled, and maybe I'm not gonna say that this happened, but I'm annoyed. So 105. 144. We do have objective card 4. That would have gotten us to 290. And a 105. So it doesn't give you anything per se. For a little bit of a spoiler, it does give you the quest 105. It doesn't give you the grease you're looking for, but they start looking for it for you, and you get 2 more 99s, which would have been ridiculous. So I'll remember for next time, as I put these cards back in, to shuffle. I'm going to shuffle them up. We might see the same ones again more often because of that. It was half in my head like, oh, you shouldn't shuffle them because then you see different ones. Well, when you actually want to see a specific one, then it makes sense to shuffle said cards. But with that, again, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this is fun. Like I said, I had fun. Leave a comment down below. How do you think it went? How do you think I did on this? Is this a game that you want to pick up or that you have and you're enjoying playing? Let me know your thoughts on all of that. If you enjoy this content, please give the video a thumbs up. though that really helps increase the reach of these videos. And if you want to check out more content, or if you just hopped in here, you're like, oh, I want to know more about this game, I have previous playthroughs, you can go check that out. Or if you're interested in other campaign style games or just other solo board gaming experiences, check out my full backlog there. And if you want to, maybe if you're interested in some of my written content, you can head over to nerdologist.com. The link is down in the description below. As well as then I have a podcast. If you like Marvel, I have a Marvel podcast called 10 Minute Marvel that you can check out, where I talk all sorts of Marvel things. But with that, thank you so much, and bottoms up.